Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well and I hope you're all in the best of health. So today's video is one that I've been requested to do for so long. I would say for over a year I've been wanting to do it, but I just never got the time or never got around to it, and I always got busy and always got sidetracked, but we're finally here. Today's video is going to be all about fragrance, perfumes, smelling good, leaving that first amazing impression to someone. Some of you may know this already, but I'd like to call myself a fragrance and perfume connoisseur. I enjoy shopping for fragrance more than I enjoy shopping for makeup, and that is saying something. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my 10 top favorite fragrances. Now, this is obviously aimed to women, but I honestly believe that fragrance is unisex. Every fragrance is unisex, whether it's promoted as a men's fragrance or women's fragrance. I believe there's no gender in fragrance, so if you're a guy and you're watching this, enjoy. Keep on watching if you want to know what my 10 top favorite fragrances are. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my secrets, the fragrances that people love on the down low but never share it with anyone else. Okay, let's get to business. So I have a mixture of fragrances that I'm going to be mentioning today. Some are very high end and some of them are very niche. When I say niche, I mean that they're not very popular, and then there is a couple that are known that I'm going to share with you today. My kind of fragrances, I like oud, I like sweet fragrances, and I like fresh fragrances as well, but I'm very picky about the type of fresh fragrances I like. I'm gonna start with a fragrance that everybody should know about by now. It used to be a niche fragrance, but then it became very popular and now everybody's wearing it. This is very unlike me, but I've actually made notes today because of how many things I want to mention about each fragrance so that I don't forget. And it is the Baccarat Rouge by Francisco Dijan. This is the packaging. I actually have a new one in here because my other one is halfway, almost running out. I can't live without this perfume. This is the bottle. Some of you may recognize it and you may have seen it before. It is one of the most beautiful fragrances you will ever smell. Women, men, anyone can wear this. It's not, like I said, perfume doesn't really have a gender. Okay, so this bottle is 50 ml. I believe they do a 100 ml bottle, but I've never owned that one. I don't know, I feel like I can't splurge that much, but I can splurge this much. This bottle is £200. It's definitely on the more expensive side. I had to get rid of all the empty bottles the other day and I was almost gonna cry because I didn't want to get rid of the empty bottles. That's how much I love this fragrance. I personally love to mix with other fragrances, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I'm probably gonna talk about it a little bit more towards the end of the video, but mixing fragrance is very important if you want to smell unique. So the top notes of this is jasmine and saffron. It smells very sweet, and if you like sweet fragrances, you're gonna fall in love with this. The middle notes is amberwood and the base note is cedar. And obviously there's the woody tones in it, which is something that I really love. A few things about this fragrance I would say is it's one of those perfumes you can wear every day and never get tired of. There's gonna be a few fragrances I'm gonna mention today I have to be in the mood for, but this one, I don't have to be in the mood for it, honey. I'm always in the mood for it because it is one of the most gorgeous smells you'll ever smell. This is the kind of perfume that will linger on your clothes after you sprayed it. Even after you washed your clothes, you'll still be able to smell the fragrance. Okay, so the next fragrance is more towards the oud side. I've had this bottle for about 4 years. This is the Rosewood perfume by Arabian Oud. I can't explain to you how much I love this. This is a fragrance that I love to mix with the Baccarat Rouge. I don't think I've ever smelled anything else like it, so it's a very unique scent. It's got the sweetness and it's also got the oud in it, which is something I love. So as the name suggests, it has a woody and rose scent in it. As you can see, mine is literally, it's been all over the world with me, by the way, and the lid doesn't even hold on anymore because of how much I use it. So the top notes are Cambodian oud and rose. The middle notes is Madagascar vanilla. Base note is white musk. It's very unique, smells incredible, lasts beautifully on the skin. So I've seen a couple different websites where it's £85, and then in another website it's £160. So I would definitely say shop around and see where you can find it, and this is 100 ml and it's not as expensive as some of the other fragrances I'm going to be mentioning today. So yeah, definitely a win for me. If you're a lover of oud, you should definitely have this in your collection. Okay, so the next fragrance is a perfume. To be honest, it's an eau de toilette. toilette. I don't know how to pronounce these things. I've been wearing this perfume since I was a teenager, and it's the only perfume that I still use till now from a young age. And I've been through at least 10 bottles of this. And it is the L'Empêtrice 3 by D&G. This is definitely more affordable than all of the rest of the fragrances that I'm mentioning today. I believe you can get this for like £39 online if you browse. Originally it's like 41, 40 something, but you can get this for 39 for sure. And it's 100ml. It's an eau de toilette, so it doesn't really last as long as other fragrances. If you love fruity, sweet, summery vibes, this is the one. I love taking this with me on holiday. It just smells so fresh. It just makes me feel happy. This is actually another perfume that when someone smells it on me, they're always like, what are you wearing? Oh, and I've just checked the perfume shop website and they're selling it for £32. £32, guys. There is links for all the perfumes that I've mentioned today in the description box, so make sure you go and check that out. So it has top notes of rhubarb, pink pepper and kiwi, and then it has middle notes of watermelon and jasmine, and then of course it has a base note of sandalwood and musk, which are woody fragrances that I love. So yeah, this is one perfume you need to have in your collection, and it just smells beautiful. Okay, so the next one is a perfume that I think not everybody will like, and to be honest, if I wear it today, I can't wear it for another like 3-4 months. I don't know, there's something about it. It's very unique and it's gorgeous and it smells amazing, but I have to be in the mood for it. Bond number 9 fragrance. So this one's called New York Road. This is actually the smaller bottle than the original, and I believe this is 50ml. Finished like halfway. And I've had this bottle for like 3 years. This perfume, there's nothing like it in this world. I've never smelled anything else that has the same intensity and the depth that this does. When you smell this initially, it's like a journey. It's not like one smell and that's it. You go through like layers. Very strong, very intense, very beautiful. So the 100ml in this is £325. I can't remember how much I paid for this, but I'm guessing it's around the 180 mark. Yeah, it's out of stock everywhere, so I can't really find the price for this, but I think the bigger size is in stock in Selfridges. The top notes are saffron, orange, plum, and then its middle notes are argarwood, which is oud, rose, orris root, patchouli, and then base notes of vetiver, musk, and honey. Wow, that's a lot. It has this smooth smell I can't really describe other than saying it just smells so smooth and intense. But it's a beautiful fragrance, and it's definitely one that I will always like to keep in my collection for the moments where I feel like I can wear this. But it's definitely, like I said, a fragrance that I have to be in the mood for because it's very intense. Okay, so next I have another mainstream fragrance, and this is one everybody knows about and everybody probably has. It's C by Armani, and it's actually a fragrance I quite love a lot. Like I said, I love the sweet fragrances and the fruity ones, and this one gives a lot of fruity, sweet vibes. I like this on holiday. So this does come in different sizes. You can get the 100ml, which is what I have, or you can get 30ml and even 50ml. So you can choose to get something, a smaller size. I think the 30ml is around £30, and then it just goes up from there. This one was £101. This is honestly one of the most beautiful fragrances you can have if you love sweet and fruity scents. This is definitely one that you will fall in love with, and it will be an instant love at first smell. Another thing I love about this fragrance, other than the smell itself, is how well it lasts on the skin, and it lasts really well on clothes, and you can still smell it even after you've washed your clothes. So it's quite an intense fragrance, and you don't need much to make an impression. Now what's funny is the notes are not fruity at all, and that's what I find really interesting, because when I smell this, I personally can smell fruits and sweetness, but the notes don't relate with that at all. So the top note is cassis, which I have no clue what it is, but there's a plant, it's a leaf. And then the middle notes are freesia, which is a flower, and rose. And the base notes are vanilla, and ambroxan, which is a chemical, and then woody notes, and that's on the base notes. So it's very interesting, but I really love the smell of it, and I think you definitely have to try it to see if you like it. Like I said, it's a very popular fragrance. You can find this in Boots, you can find this in every shop that sells perfumes in the UK will have this. It's very popular, and I will definitely leave it on my list because I love it and I love this bottle as well. The fragrance I'm about to show you right now is quite a big deal, and it is the most expensive perfume I have in this video. This is the by Kilian fragrance called Love Don't Be Shy, and it's a rose oud fragrance. I love the packaging. First of all, it comes in this box which you have a key to lock the fragrance in. I think you can only buy this in certain stores, probably Harrods. I think it's just Selfridges and Harrods maybe that sell it, but you have to check for availability. This perfume comes in a 50ml bottle, and I don't think it comes in anything larger than this. And it says here that this is the special blend 2019. I got this in 2019. So they do a different blend every year, which is really interesting actually. Out of the bottle, and I've had it since last year, I think I've had it for exactly a year. I still have this much left. I've only used that much. Guys, this perfume is £400. Yep, you heard me correctly, 400. So this specific fragrance that they do blew up because apparently it was Rihanna's favorite fragrance. I'm not sure if it still is, but apparently it was one of her favorite fragrances, so everybody wanted Rihanna's favorite fragrance. This is a very, very beautiful perfume. It lasts really well and it is very unique, and that's something that is very important to me when it comes to all these perfumes I'm mentioning for you guys today. I've not really smelt them anywhere else, and I know there's a lot of fragrances out there nowadays that you can literally smell in every other fragrance. It's like I've smelt this before. This is one of those perfumes that you've never smelt this before. The top notes are neroli, bergamot and pink pepper. The middle notes are iris, jasmine, rose, orange blossom, and the base notes are musk, vanilla, caramel. So very, very sweet, very beautiful notes, and it does translate beautifully into this fragrance. Put it on this list because it's definitely a fragrance that is very unique to me and I love it. However, a little bit like the Bond number 9 fragrance, I can't wear this all the time, and not because of the smell, not because I don't like it. It's just because this is the type of fragrance I need to be in the mood for, and because it's a very show-stopping fragrance. You can't wear it if you're not feeling like a showstopper. Do you know what I mean? I like it for when I'm going out, but even when I'm going out, it's certain types of going out that I use this for. Not everything. Okay, so the next fragrance is probably my favorite fragrance, and it has been my favorite fragrance for the past couple months. I was sitting in a meeting with a makeup brand, and they pulled out a perfume that they did, and I was thinking in my head, oh gosh, one of those makeup brands that just want to make a fragrance and it's just gonna smell generic and not special and whatever. The moment I put this on my skin, it was like a new door was opened in my life. And I know this might be really dramatic, but this perfume is the most underrated fragrance I have ever smelled in my life. I've actually been through like 3 bottles of it already, and I first tried this fragrance in February or March. The fragrance I'm talking about today is the Glossier perfume. Yep, Glossier, the makeup brand, they have one perfume. This is it, and it's amazing. And I'm gonna explain to you why right now, why it's so amazing. It comes in a 50ml bottle, and I believe it's about £45. Whenever I see this, I have to spray it all over myself. This perfume is my everyday perfume. I can wear this every day. I'll never get bored of it. This is what I wear every single day. I used to wear the Baccarat Rouge every single day, which is why I went through so many bottles of it, but now I've reserved it for days out, and this is the perfume I wear every single day. It's a lot cheaper, obviously, and I love the smell of it, and it's a lot more lighter. The reason why this perfume stood out to me so much is it's the only perfume I've ever owned that does not have a top note. Now you must be thinking, what does that mean? Like, is that even a big deal? What does that even mean? What difference does it make if it doesn't have a top note? If it doesn't have a top note, it means that the base note and the middle note basically react with your skin, and whatever your natural scent is, because everybody has a natural smell, this will react to it and give you your unique smell. That is one of the reasons why I really love this perfume. The only notes it has, and it only has 3 notes, and they haven't even specified if it's base or mid notes: iris, musk, powder. Now, I don't know if you guys know what like powdery fragrances are like. I'm not a fan of powdery fragrances at all, but this baby, look, I've only got this much left and I've had this bottle for less than a month. The way it reacts with my skin and the scent that it gives off is just phenomenal. I only wear this on a daily basis. I don't really wear this to go out because this for me is more of a daily fragrance and it just makes me smell like me but better, if that makes any sense. It gives me like this musky, sweet, tiny bit of sweetness because there's not really much sweetness to this. They only have a pop-up in London, so if you're in London you could probably try this, test it out, but if you're not in London you're probably just gonna have to take my word for it and just trust me. It's the weirdest perfume I own, but it's honestly one of the most special perfumes I own. They have a very interesting bottle though, and it has like a thumbprint so you can like hold it like that and spray. It's one of my favorite discoveries of 2020 for sure. I'm gonna go back to Rouge, and this was actually a gift from one of my close friends. It's the LV Le Sable Roses. So this is a oud fragrance. It's like rose and oud, I believe. I even got my little initials printed on, which is so cute. But this fragrance is stunning. Now when I smell this fragrance, all I can think of is when I went to Umrah. You know, because they put fragrance in the Kaaba, which if you guys are not Muslim, it's where we do our pilgrimage. They always put lots of like oud and perfume onto the Kaaba and in the area because it makes it smell beautiful. And this is the smell I remember when I was in Umrah. This is the exact fragrance. I feel like I'm in the Kaaba when I smell this. This is one of those fragrances that I like to mix with something a bit sweeter. For example, mixing this with the Baccarat Rouge is the most beautiful combination. The notes of this is rose, Bulgarian rose, oud, pepper and saffron. And the oud is like the most overpowering scent, I would say. If you're a lover of oud, you're gonna fall in love with it. Like, this is very beautiful, it's very unique, it's very strong, very long lasting, all of the above. And this 100ml bottle costs £275. Okay, so the next fragrance is a little bit different. This is the fresh fragrance that I have in today's video, and it's the Creed Aventus for Her. I think everybody knows this fragrance, everybody's familiar with it. So this bottle is 75ml and it costs £276, 56. I don't know why there's that 56. Definitely on the expensive side, but it's a very, very beautiful fragrance. And if you like fresh, strong fragrances that are gonna leave an impression, this is amazing. It's one of those fragrances that you will never forget. It's very unique. I haven't smelled anything like this before. It's one of those that are nice to mix around with the oud fragrances as well. Oud and fresh fragrances, very good combination, as well as oud and sweet. So the top notes: green apple, patchouli, bergamot, lemon, pink pepper, and then the middle notes are sandalwood, rose, musk, and then the base notes are peach, blackcurrant and amber. This is Aventus for Her. There's another Aventus as well, which is quite nice. I couldn't actually choose between the two, but I ended up going for Aventus for Her. And this one just is a little bit, I wouldn't say sweeter, but it's a bit lighter. Okay, so my last fragrance in this video is Initio Oud for Greatness. I love the name of it and I love the bottle. I love anything black and gold, and this is the vibe that I love. This is one of those fragrances that is beautiful to mix with sweet or fresh fragrances, and I like to wear this when I'm going out, like for an event where I'm wearing dark colors. This is what I love to wear. It's also a fragrance that you can, if you spray it very lightly, you can get away with wearing it daily, I would say. So this bottle is around £250 and it's 90ml. So the top notes are lavender, saffron and nutmeg. Middle notes is oud, and then the base notes are patchouli and musk. A very strong fragrance. It's very unique. It's gonna last all night and everybody's going to ask you what you have on. And like the LV oud perfume, which is very Arabic, I would say, very Arab. This one is more on the western side. It's like a westernized oud. So those are the 10 fragrances that I love. Just a little advice, when it comes to mixing fragrance, always choose a combination of fragrances that are on different levels. So for example, something that is strong in oud with either fresh, floral or sweet fragrances. And I think that combination, when you mix fragrances like this, you literally make your own fragrance by mixing certain fragrances together. I actually don't go out without mixing fragrances. Even on a day-to-day basis, I sometimes mix around my fragrances. And I think for me and my identity, it's very important for me to have my unique scent. And that's why I think mixing fragrances is one of the most important parts of wearing perfume. Another thing I wanted to say is when it comes to spraying fragrance on your skin reacts to fragrances differently to someone else. It's also to do with like pH levels and things like that. Something smells a certain way for someone, it can smell completely different for you. So keep that in mind when purchasing fragrances. That's why I think it's very important to go out and smell the fragrance. And you can always check on eBay or Amazon and try and get some samples if you can't actually go out and try the fragrances yourself. They probably sell them for quite a low price, and you can get like these little bottle samples. And actually, I have some really good news for you guys. I'm going to be giving away a Yaourt for Greatness Initio perfume to one of you guys. All you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to me, comment below your favorite fragrances and why you love them, and I will choose someone at random within a week, and I will announce the winner in my next week's video. Yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed my video on fragrances. It's been a long time coming and it's finally here, and I'm so glad to be able to sit down and chat to you guys about things that I am super passionate about. I'll leave you guys to it. Enjoy your day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.